Unix. What the heck is a Unix? Unix stands for Uniplexed Information and Computing System. So Unix, U-N-I-C-S, becomes Unix, U-N-I-X. The acronym is also a pun on something called Multics, which Multics was a large multi-user operating system that was being developed at Bell Labs shortly before Unix was created in the late 1960s and early 1970s. Unix is an operating system. It has a kernel which manages output, input, processes, and communication with all the devices attached to the computer. It must be held to be a kernel. There's also a file system, and it has a shell or shells that allow a user to type commands. Unix and Linux, a very brief history. This is a very brief history. There's certainly more to it than I can cover here. Unix is born in Bell Labs in southern New Jersey in 1969. Since it's created an assembler, it means the OS is machine specific. In other words, it isn't portable at this point. Here's a picture of the computer. That thing with the keyboard is how we did input in the old days. Those are tape reels in the background. Computing was pretty miraculous back in the old days. It was a miracle. Anything worked. Unix is a prisoner of Bell Labs until 1973. It is rewritten in a new computer language called C, developed by Dennis Ritchie. Unix is no longer machine specific. It leaves home and goes west to Berkeley. BSD Unix is born. In the 70s and 80s there are many Unix flavors. BSD is one flavor. The development flavor. Commercial versions of Unix are also available. Solaris from Sun, AIX from IBM, and HPUX from Hewlett-Packard. In 1991, Linus Torvald develops a Linux kernel for the 386 PC. It's a kernel and a shell, and that's it. He makes it available through the GNU project under the general public license. Torvald's kernel is not part of the project technically. He wrote his own kernel because the kernel projects that were a part of the GNU project weren't done. HURD, H-U-R-D, was not ready. Suddenly, Unix on a PC is possible. And of course, there are different flavors of Linux. Debian and Slackware are two early distributions, circa 1992. Red Hat and SUSE begin distribution in 1993. A new business model springs up at this point. The software is free, but our company charges for support. In 1996, version 2 of the kernel is released, and it has support for multiple processors. Major companies sit up and take notice. Linux can be used on their servers. Today, Linux and Unix is everywhere. It's on servers, desktops, your TiVo, and even on mobile phones and tablets.